Hello, I'm Kevin Sexton with Sexton Creations, and we're here to talk about the Paranormal Chasers videos that's coming out next year around springtime, and the possibility of future of creating the movie called Zombie 13. And what I want to do here today is just kind of to give everybody know how did all this get started. So real quick, and try to get all this down in a nutshell for you. 7 years ago, I was approached by a guy by the name of Mark Hanna of Hand Post Film Production. He has worked many years ago on the original Indiana Jones and also the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So he actually lives right here in Dalton, Georgia, and we got to meet and just instantly hit it off. And he actually was talking about an idea. He was wanting to do a vampire movie here in Dalton, Georgia. And I said, well, I've always wanted to do one too, and I got a bunch of notes. He said, well, I tell you what, start writing your own script and let me check it out, and I'll give you the notes off my script, and we see if we can't do one together. And I said, awesome. I said, look, we'll go for it. So into writing this script, automatically, I've been an artist all my life. I started actually drawing pictures of my characters, the Crosleys. And so I started drawing them, drawing some vampires and scenes. So like 2 or 3 months later, when I met back up with Mark, I said, here's my notes and my script that I wrote so far, and here's these characters and stuff. And he just went nuts over the characters and the drawings and everything. He said, man, you got some talent here. Why don't you just do a comic book? He said, if you get a successful comic book out there, it'll make it easier on us to do a movie. And I said, dude, I don't know how to do a comic book. I said, I can draw a little bit, but I'm not a comic book artist. And he said, you can draw, can't you? I said, yeah. He said, then you can be a comic book artist. I said, no, I can't. So anyway, this went back and forth for like 2 or 3 months, and finally, I'm not going to lie to you, I started the comic book just to shut the man up. Because I mean, he just would not get off my back. So I named the comic book, which is, you see some different versions here. The original version was called Vampires Dalton Nights. We started with all that, and I started seeing some sales. I come up 3 issues. And it released, I think, in June of 2006 is when it finally came out. And I was selling copies in Australia, California, New York. I mean, they was just popping all the way around the globe. And I had some moderate success. I was pretty pleased with it. Wasn't getting rich, but I was having fun with it. So, well, anyway, all of a sudden it kind of started, the hype kind of fizzled out of it. And I just started noticing that some things about the story that this just wasn't clicking right. So I thought, I need to make some changes. And then I actually came out with a version called Angel Fire. And Angel Fire was pretty much, I needed a superhero female type. She was my Wonder Woman, Buffy, what people like, the supernatural mystic powers. So my book didn't have that. It was just real humans fighting mystical monsters. So I done that version, and it started doing about the same kind of moderate success, but I started getting a lot of flack over this is my Buffy and all this other stuff. So, I mean, the same thing that everybody wanted was the same thing everybody was harping me over. So I ended up pulling the plug on it and kind of dropped it for about a year, and then next thing I know, I'm getting real deep and heavy into oil painting. And starting the oil painting, like any other artist, you like to practice what you love, and I love my story. So I started looking and studying oil paintings from Frank Frazetta and Boris Vallejo and stuff like that. So I taken their version and putting my characters in it and comparing it, just trying to practice and learn. And next thing you know, everybody started kind of going nuts over my oil paintings. Like, who are these characters? Who is this? So then that started some things, some rumblings going on, and I had done a couple more little small videos about the idea. And like I said, it kicked up real good for like 3 months, and it would fizzle out. Well, funny thing is, about 5-6 months ago, I'm sitting here kind of getting the fever again about the project, and nothing was going on at that time, nothing concrete. So anyway, I was sitting there going through an old filing cabinet, and I come across my book cover of number 4 of Vampire Dalton Nights. And I looked at it, and to be honest with you, I was very dissatisfied with my artwork. I was just not happy. And so as a challenge to myself, I'm going to redo this cover. So I sat down, redrew the picture. Pow! It looked like a total different artist. I've grown over the last 5 to 7 years. It's any artist that spends any time studying your craft, you get better. And that's what has happened here. the artist I am today is a total different artist than what I was 7 years ago. So with that just recharged my fever on this. And a buddy of mine by the name Christopher Spike Davis, he said, man, I got this idea that make a great Paranormal Chasers story would be about the Slender Man. And I was like, oh, cool, yeah, that sounds pretty good. That definitely fits our mode of the stories we like to do. And not even a month after that, I'm at a local comic book store here in town called the Fantasy Factory, owned by A.J. Coker, who is actually playing himself in this series. And he's always been in the series from day one. I'm real good about using local historical sites, local people being themselves to incorporate the community in what we do. So anyway, I'm down there visiting AJ like I do pretty much every weekend, and he said, man, I seen this cool thing on YouTube and on this, I think, blog page he's subscribed to, and there's these stories about this thing called Slender Man. I was like, okay. I said, man, here we are again, the Slender Man again. This would make a great story. So the next thing I know, not even a week after that, a friend of Spike's who owns a carpet mill in Chatsworth, Georgia, you know, very good man. He owns a wrestling show and stuff, and he's a good investor. And he said, man, I always wanted to do a zombie movie. And then I kind of showed him some things I've done in the past, and he said, man, I love your comic book. I love this story of these real humans come together, going for the paranormal world, fighting these paranormal monsters and things and stuff like that. He said, hey, you think we can use these guys to do the zombie movie? And I said, I don't see why not. So boom, here we are, once again, 7 years later. I do everything I can to walk away from this project, turn my back on it, and poof, it gets thrown right back up my face again. So next thing I know, I'm having like 3 or 4 meetings with Johnny, and he's wanting to be an investor in this, and now 3 months later, we got 2 more investors involved. We have the mayor, David Penneting, he's involved in the project, so we're going to be filming somewhere in the near future up City Hall. And we also got the local ambulance agency, and they're called Amtrak. Eric Nix, he's involved, and we're trying to pull our community together, trying to do a project. We're about an hour away from Atlanta, Georgia, and The Walking Dead has just been a major success. Zombie is the hottest product in the market today, and here we are. We got an investor about doing the zombie movie with my Paranormal Chasers characters involved, setting the background, the concrete foundation of the story. And right now, we're on a roller coaster ride right now. Things are going. We got some people that's coming in force. Jonathan Marks, Moving Forward Films. He's come aboard to do all the editing and special effects and stuff, and just a great asset. This guy has turned out to be a concrete foundation for me to help this dream to come true. It's all about our team, it's about our community, and it's about our product. And like I said, we're here to stay. This product's going to be definitely reality coming next year. And guys, that's in a nutshell how from A to Z how this project got created and from where it is at today. And we're going to be doing some more interviews with some cast and crew. And I just hope you enjoy, and hope you become a fan.